You know, squats are a major component of my strength program. So with squats off the table for a while, what do I do to fill in that gaping hole? Well, that's what I want to talk about. Hey gang, welcome back to Mark's 60 Plus Fitness Journey. So on today's episode, what I'd like to talk about is my strength programming, and in particular, my redefined strength programming. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a bit, you know that Mr. Mark here is a big fan of strength programming, in particular as we age. I think it's vital, imperative that we maintain and hopefully improve our strength as we age. So in the spirit of that, I have a strength program, and up until just recently, that strength programming has consisted of primarily 3 big compound movements: squat, deadlift, bench press. Now there are others that can be thrown in there, but that's what primarily I was using. And oddly enough, recently I've had problems squatting. I have this inner ear equilibrium problem that I've talked about ad nauseum, so I'm not going to get into that in detail at the moment, but suffice it to say, I'm uncomfortable doing back squats at the moment. So that leaves me in a bit of a quandary. What do I do to fill that void, that squat void? Well, this is what I've done. I've kind of re-engineered my strength program. And as of today, it looks like this. My primary driver in my strength programming is deadlifts. I love deadlifts. Deadlifts have treated me well. I get a good stimulus and a good response overall with my deadlifts. So deadlifts have the primary focus on my strength programming. Maybe they always did, but now they do for sure. And secondarily to that now, let's talk about bench presses. Now, I've never been a big giant fan of bench pressing. I guess in my younger days, like in the 80s or so, when I was doing some competitive powerlifting, of course, bench presses were a lot more important to me. But I want to start reincorporating bench presses more. And I had kind of not focused on that because I was working out alone, and bench presses to me are very dangerous, particularly when you get into a heavier weight. But now I have a fairly consistent workout partner, Howard. And when you have another workout partner, you have a spotter, and that makes bench pressing a lot safer. So we're going to focus on bench pressing a lot more now that I've had to re-engineer my strength programming. And that's good too, because that's a nice upper body compound movement. Now, as an aside here, I'm also thinking about incorporating some bent over rows as well. I'll have to see how that goes. The last time I did bent over rows, the position you have to be in for the barbell bent over rows kind of threw off my equilibrium a bit as well, so we'll see about that. So deadlifts primarily, bench presses. Now, what do I do to fill the void where squats once were? Well, right now, what I'm doing is trying to find an exercise, or found an exercise I think fills the strength aspect of a leg day, or, a squat day, and that is heavy leg presses. I love heavy leg presses anyway, so this is going to work out well. I get excellent quad involvement, and secondarily the hamstrings and the glutes. It's all a great movement, and it's a strength movement, at least as far as I'm concerned. And the benefit of the leg presses is it takes the stress off my back, lower back, so that I can, when I get to my deadlift day, I'm a little bit fresher in the lower back area, so there is that benefit. So, heavy leg presses. So what else? Well, something else I've been doing recently that I've come to enjoy, in the sense that they're I think they work great. They're painful, but they're awesome. And that is the Bulgarian Split Squat. I don't do the Bulgarian Split Squat quite the same way as a lot of folks do. You see these done a lot with your leg up on a bench and a dumbbell. Now what I like to do with these is get in a lunge position, kind of like this, and get the dumbbell and just do the split squats like that. So I guess it's kind of like a weighted lunge, split squat. I guess it's kind of an amalgam of all that, but I tell you what, these bad boys work great. I get excellent glute involvement that I didn't expect. Of course, hamstrings and the quads as well. So I'm doing heavy leg presses, Bulgarian split squats, and then after that, I'm basically throwing in some finishing movements, which are like leg extensions, more of a hypertrophy type movement. Now, having said all that, I also am thinking about incorporating RDLs, Romanian deadlifts as well. And probably, I'm not sure where I'll do those, maybe on deadlift day, maybe on this leg day, I'm not sure. But RDLs are an excellent movement as well, in particular for the posterior chain and incorporating the hamstrings and the glutes. RDLs are great movements. I do these. For some reason, I can't string together a long string of those, but I'm going to try to incorporate those a little bit more consistently. Another option is belt squats. There's a great new machine in one of the new gyms nearby here they've got a great belt squat machine. That's something I'm going to look into. And also front squats. I did a video recently about learning how to front squat, and to be honest with you, I'm not digging front squats. I just don't have the mobility, the shoulder mobility right now to get my elbows up high enough so that my wrists don't hurt. But I have done something. I bought some straps. Never had any straps. I bought some straps, so I'm going to use straps and try to do front squats with straps. And if I'm successful with that, that'd be an awesome replacement for back squats. But there it is. That's my new re-engineered strength program. It's going to be deadlift focused, deadlift centric, bench presses becoming more of a focus, and then heavy leg presses, Bulgarian split squats, and some auxiliary type movements like leg extensions and maybe RDLs and front squats using straps. So I'll take a moment here to invite you to offer any input here, anything you may be doing that is a strength movement in lieu of squats that I haven't talked about here. I'm sure there's a lot of options I haven't considered. Anything that you do that might fill my squat void, let me know. I'd love to hear it. And I'd also like to say I very much appreciate you hanging out with us today and taking some time out of your busy schedule to be here. Now, if you do me one more favor, hit that like button. A second favor, share this with your friends. And a third favor, if you're this far in already, just go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you have not already. That would be awesome. We'd love to have you here. And for everybody that is a subscriber, thank you all so very much. I really appreciate all the support and encouragement. And I'd like to offer all that right back at you. So with that, I'll say, till next time, go get 'em. Mark out.